Hi everybody, Brittany Haas here, Chief Adventure Officer for Alpenventures UNGUIDED. And today we're going to continue our A Taste of the Alps series, and I have a recipe to share with you from Refugio Senis, otherwise known as Senis Hütte, on the Alta Via 1 in the Dolomites, and it's the Bergsteiger Omelet. So Bergsteiger means mountain climber, so it's basically a mountain climber omelet. It's pretty simple. I have here 2 eggs, a little bit of tomatoes, a little bit of chives, a little bit of ham, cooked ham, some cheese that I'm going to grate freshly. This is Emmentaler cheese, a little bit of milk, and 2 tablespoons of flour. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and whisk the eggs together here real quick. And as a reminder, I am an adventure planner and have absolutely no experience cooking, so always expect the worst. Now this calls for 2 tablespoons flour. In Europe, typically this is a tablespoon, and for a teaspoon they'll just use one of their little spoons that they use with tea rather than a special measuring set. So just give a little bit of room for guessing. So I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons of flour here, a little bit of milk, and a little bit of a pinch of salt here. Yeah, so right now we're in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, and unfortunately we have a lot of customers who may not be able to make it out to the huts this summer. So I've asked the huts to share recipes from their hut with us that I can share with all of the Alpenventures customers. And so I never thought in a million years that I would ever do cooking videos, but here we are. I'm just not a very talented cook, so if you have any pointers for people, if you know what you're doing, please leave a comment and let me know. To be honest, I'm not sure the flour's going to mix in all the way very nicely, but we'll do what we can here. If anybody has any tips about that, please share that in the comments. Alright, so I have a little bit of oil heating up here on the stove. I was unable to get the flour to totally mix in with the egg. If you have any suggestions on that, leave that in the comments. I'm just going to do it as is. Go ahead and pour that in, and we're going to let that just cook up for a little bit. While that's cooking, let me tell you a little bit about Refugio Senis, which sent us this recipe for the Bergsteiger mountain climber omelet. So Refugio Senis, otherwise known as Senis Hütte, is one of the first huts along the Alta Via 1 in Italy. It's about a half a day's hike from Lago di Braias, which is the starting point. And they're in the state of South Tyrol, Südtirol, which is the German-speaking part of Italy. And this hut is fabulous. It's located in this area of kind of rolling green hills. When you leave out the next day in the morning, there's just this huge, beautiful green meadow. There are cows around. It's really a beautiful area. It's also a great area for winter backcountry skiing and snowshoeing. So it's also someplace that you can go in the winter. The terrain is fairly gentle, which is abnormal for the Dolomites and the Alps in general, which makes it great for beginner backcountry skiers, or at least backcountry skiers who maybe don't have a really technical downhill skill level. So we're supposed to cook this on both sides. It's getting close. Okay, so this looks pretty well cooked on one side, so I'm going to go ahead and attempt to flip it here. Yeah, oops. Oh well. Alrighty, I would say that looks pretty good on the other side, so I'm just going to drop some tomatoes in here, cooked ham in here, chives, and then I'm going to freshly grate cheese. It smells delicious already. Now I'm going to fold it in half. Very fluffy. Give that a minute. Alrighty, looks like it's done. So if you want more information, and if you want to go visit the hut that serves the Bergsteiger omelet, then go to our website, www.alpenventures.com/AV1. It stands for Alta Via 1. Alta Via 1 is probably the most famous hut hiking tour in Italy. It crosses the Dolomites from north to south, traveling through magnificent terrain, and the food at the huts is amazing and you will never go hungry. As a matter of fact, on the Alta Via one, you should probably just expect that you're going to gain a little weight, but it will be definitely worth it. The trails can be fairly mild. You can also add in via ferratas in very difficult sections, but you can also do it on very good trails. So thanks so much for joining us. We'll be doing a few more of these coming up in the future on our A Taste of the Alps series. Go ahead and leave comments if you have any tips for anybody that I maybe didn't do very well, and definitely subscribe to our channel and keep an eye out for future videos. Thank you so much for joining. Mm-hmm.